In the darkest corridors of the human mind, where whispers of power and influence echo through the shadows, there exists a secret often overlooked by those who seek control. True power begins within. We are surrounded by a world obsessed with the idea of seduction, manipulation, and the art of bending others to our will. But what most fail to realize is that the most potent form of seduction lies not in the clever manipulation of others, but in the mastery of oneself. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy forged in the fires of self-discipline and resilience, teaches us that before we can influence the minds of others, we must first conquer our own. This is not a journey for the faint-hearted. It is a journey into the depths of our being, where we strip away the layers of illusion and face the raw, unfiltered truth of who we are. Imagine a presence so profound, a silence so powerful, that it draws people in without a single word being spoken. Imagine a calmness so unshakable that it withstands the most chaotic storms. This is the essence of true seduction, the allure of the untouchable, the pull of the unconquered soul. In the following steps, we will explore a path illuminated not by the fleeting light of deceit, but by the steady flame of inner mastery. We will dive into the depths of human psychology, guided by the wisdom of the Stoic philosophers, to unveil the secrets of seducing anyone not through tricks or cunning, but through the raw, magnetic force of self-control and fortitude. This is not a guide for the weak or the manipulative. It is a call to arms for those brave enough to take the first and most difficult step to seduce the self. Step 1. Cultivate inner stillness. Before we can influence others, we must first quiet the storm within. Epictetus said, "Man is disturbed not by things, but by the views he takes of them. The seducer who cannot tame his own emotions will be undone by them." We must learn to be still, to observe our thoughts as clouds passing through the sky of our mind, not clinging to them, but letting them drift away. In this stillness we find the true foundation of power, self-mastery. Step 2. Master the art of presence. To seduce, one must first be seen. But how can we be seen if we are lost in our own thoughts and insecurities? The Stoics believed in living fully in the present moment. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Concentrate every minute like a Roman on doing what's in front of you with precise and genuine seriousness." When we are fully present, our energy becomes a beacon that draws others in like moths to a flame. Step 3. Control your desires. Desire is a double-edged sword. It can either drive us toward greatness or ensnare us in endless craving. To seduce others, we must first seduce ourselves away from the trivial. Seneca warns us, "No man is free who is a slave to his flesh." When we master our own desires, we become a paradox, unattainable, yet deeply compelling. This makes our presence magnetic, for people are drawn to those who are not driven by the same base urges that control them. Step 4. Speak with intention. Words have power, but most people speak without thinking, letting their tongue be the master rather than the servant. The Stoics understood that every word should be weighed and measured. "Better to trip with the feet than with the tongue," said Zeno of Citium. Speak less, and when you do speak, do so with gravity and purpose. This controlled, deliberate speech will draw others in, hanging on your every word, for in your silence they sense depth. Step 5. Embrace vulnerability without neediness. True strength lies in being open yet not needy. To show vulnerability is to show humanity, but to be needy is to relinquish power. The Stoics believed in embracing our humanity while being independent of the validation of others. We must open ourselves, showing our scars not for sympathy but for connection. And then we must stand strong, showing that while we are open, we do not crave. Step 6. Exude calm confidence. Confidence is not loud, it is silent and calm. It is the quiet assurance that we are enough as we are. It is the tranquility of the warrior who knows he has faced the darkness within and emerged victorious. The mind that is anxious about future events is miserable, wrote Seneca. We must cultivate an unshakable calm, knowing that we have prepared for all outcomes. This calm is seductive, for in it lies the promise of stability and safety. Step 7. Become a mystery. The open book is quickly read and forgotten. The Stoics believed in the power of the unknown, in holding back parts of themselves. Be silent, or let thy words be worth more than silence, advised Pythagoras, who was heavily influenced by Stoic thought. We should never reveal all of ourselves at once. Let others wonder, let them seek. And in that seeking, they will find themselves drawn deeper into our orbit. Step 8. Mirror their desires. To truly connect, we must understand what the other person values. This requires empathy and observation. Seneca said, "You must live for your neighbor if you would live for yourself." This does not mean we become a mirror to their every whim, but we show that we see them, that we understand them. In doing so, we create a bond, a resonance that makes us irresistible. Step 9. Elevate their spirit. True seduction is not about bringing others down, it is about lifting them up. The Stoics believed in the interconnectedness of all humans. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What injures the hive injures the bee." We must strive to elevate those around us, showing them the path to their own strength. This makes us not just desirable, but unforgettable, for we become the source of their growth and inspiration. Step 10. Withdraw with grace. The final step is the most powerful. Once we have made our presence felt, we must withdraw, leaving space for the other person to come to us. The Stoics taught that we should never be too attached, even to those we care about. We should always be asking ourselves, is this something that is, or is not, in my control, wrote Epictetus. Our absence should be felt as deeply as our presence. In this withdrawal, we create a vacuum, a longing that is the true essence of seduction. We began this journey not by seeking to manipulate others, but by turning inward, by embracing the raw power that lies dormant within us. For it is in the quiet strength of our own spirit that we discover the true essence of influence. To seduce anyone is to first become a master of oneself, to embody such fortitude and control that our very presence becomes a beacon, a force that others cannot resist. The ancient Stoics knew that the greatest battles are not fought in the external world, but in the depths of our own minds. They understood that true power is not about controlling others, but about releasing ourselves from the chains of our own destructive emotions and desires. They taught us that it is only when we are free within, when we stand unshaken amidst the chaos, that we can begin to influence those around us, not through manipulation, but through the sheer weight of our presence. Remember the 10 steps we explored: cultivating inner stillness, mastering the art of presence, controlling our desires, speaking with intention, embracing vulnerability, exuding calm confidence, becoming a mystery, mirroring others' desires, elevating their spirit, and finally, withdrawing with grace. These are not just tactics, they are the path to becoming the highest version of ourselves. Let us walk this path with unwavering resolve, not for the fleeting thrill of seduction, but for the deeper, more profound purpose of self-mastery. For in mastering ourselves, we become a force that cannot be ignored, a presence that cannot be denied. We transform into the kind of person who needs no tricks, no deceit, but only the silent, magnetic power of a soul that has conquered itself.